you utterly at the mercy of the weather. A trawler could handle this rising swell, but it's getting too messy out here for us.
Oh. Going in, very good decision. It's been fantastic fun, but when the sea starts messing around, we don't hang about.
Oh, try that.
My first cut is in front of the eyes and behind the mouth parts. That's the actual beak of the squid. That goes in the to be discarded tray. The suckers on these tentacles are edible, but on a good sized squid they can be a bit chewy. If you pull out the head, pretty much all the stuff you want to get out comes with it. That's discarded. Then we go in for the quill. It's called the quill, and it was indeed used for writing. Just easing off the wings, and with them, with a bit of luck, we can get most of the outer membrane that surrounds the body.
To make squid rings, you want to clean the insides without cutting open the body, and the trick is to turn it inside out.
Oh. And there we have one inside out squid body. The gunk is now easy to peel away. There we go.
Give your de-gunked squid a quick rinse and a pat dry, then slice into thick rings.
Absolutely beautiful. Firm but creamy, sweet. Lovely raw squid ring.
I doubt raw squid is going to convince Ben and the boys to give up their bacon butties, but I'm hoping the Chinese classic of salt and pepper squid will do the trick.
I've got my magic coating for frying my squid rings. It's incredibly simple. It's just corn flour, plenty of salt, ground Szechuan pepper, and a little pinch of chili flakes.
Deep fry the squid for just a minute and serve with a sweet chili dipping sauce made by heating together red currant jelly and a dash of cider vinegar with finely chopped chilies and garlic.
Here you go, Ben. Cheers.
Now for Ben's first ever taste of the creature that earns him a living.
Sweet chili dipping sauce, you'll want a bit of that.
It's not too bad at all, I must say.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Oh, I love. What do you think?
Excellent, sure.
You like that?
I've been missing out all these years.
I reckon so. Mind you, you're not that old, are you? You're not as old as these salty sea dogs.
Got a fair few years to go yet.
Nice beer as well.
Thank you. If baking your own bread from scratch sometimes seems like a labour of love too far, here's a really quick yeastless bread. Takes 10 or 15 minutes to put together, 20 in the oven, and you can be eating it minutes after that. It's an American-style cornbread, and it's a recipe ripe for customization.
And guess what I'm customizing mine with?
I want to get a bit of pumpkin in it for sweetness and a bit of creamy texture. And I'm going to cut it up small enough that it cooks in the short time that it takes the bread to bake. I'm making mine extra special with 2 different types of chili. The lovely glossy Hungarian hot wax and these rusty green jalapenos. However you've acquired your peppers, whatever variety they are, whatever you think you already know about them, before you start piling them into a recipe, it always pays to do a little heat test. Quite a nice green pepper taste. And here comes the heat. Whew, yeah. But it's a sane amount of heat. I mean, it's quite warm. So I think I can put quite a bit of this in my cornbread, but in tiny little green flecks. This cornbread uses a mixture of 2 different flours. This is ordinary plain cake flour, and this is cornmeal, or fine maize polenta.
Add a good pinch of salt, 1 teaspoon of bicarb of soda, and 4 teaspoons of baking powder.
The cornmeal gives it a lovely grainy texture, and also a lovely nutty flavour. Now for the wet ingredients. Ordinary milk, buttermilk, but you could also use yoghurt.
Though it's called cornbread, this concoction is really more of a savoury cake.
2, 3, 4 eggs.
To the eggs, add 600 ml of milk, 2 tablespoons of runny honey, and 50 grams of melted butter. Then gently mix the wet ingredients into the dry.
Now it's very important not to overwork this batter or it won't rise properly, so just a few turns. In with my various goodies. Don't be frightened of a runny batter. It'll all come good in the oven. Or will it?
Take a greased and lined large cake tin, spread the mixture in it, and bake in an oven for about 20 minutes at 220 degrees centigrade.
Easy. Seems to have risen nicely. Oh, look at that. Fantastic. That's outstanding. The warmth of the chilies is just coming through. I'm definitely going to do a load of this for our chili and pumpkin night. No great surprise there, really.
This autumn saw us overrun by rabbits, and my precious winter veg has suffered at their paws.
See them, Derek? Yeah.
But having taken the matter in hand, we've been on a mission to get these bunnies out of their burrows and onto our plates. Tim reckons one good way to get rabbit into the British culinary consciousness is through our local curry houses.
There's a curry house on the high street of nearly every town in this country. If I can get these lovely, fresh Dorset rabbits onto the menu in that curry house, I think we're on our way to getting British people to eat a lot more rabbit.
The Taj Mahal in Bridport is owned by head chef Helen Chowdhury.
Do you ever have rabbit on your menu?
No, I've never had rabbit.
Just never thought of it?
No.
It's not because you're worried about eating rabbits?
I am a bit.
You are a bit?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm going to teach you about rabbit.
Yes.
And you're going to teach me about curry.
To a pan of hot oil, Helen adds a bay leaf, a cinnamon stick and some cardamom seeds.
You're not scared, are you?
That's
It's quite dangerous
Be
cooking
careful.
curry.
Be careful. I've got pureed ginger and garlic here.
Then 2 finely chopped onions go in.
That's a lot of onion, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you need that.
She lowers the gas and gently browns the onions, then adds a teaspoon each of turmeric, chili powder, cumin and paprika, followed by her special mix of spices.
You're going to tell me what's in it? I think you're keeping
That's
that
my
to yourself.
special recipe.
It's your special recipe.
Yes.
It's not
My
letting on
masala.
that. Your
My
masala.
special masala.
Okay, so masala is a mixture of
Yes,
spices.
that's right.
Okay.
In go some peeled plum tomatoes and the jointed rabbit.
So that's interesting. You're not sealing the meat off.
Do you know?
We just put it into
we
the
are going
spices.
to incorporate the spices with the meat. Look, you can see that?
Yeah.
To loosen the sauce, Helen adds 3 cups of water and leaves it to simmer for 45 minutes. To finish, it's garnished with juliennes of ginger and a smattering of coriander.
This is lovely.
Oh, wow.
Never expected that.
You can taste the rabbit,
Yes.
but it doesn't take over.
No. And it's quite melting as well.
I think that's the best curry I've ever had anywhere.
Thank you, Tim.
Absolutely amazing.
But it's Helen's customers that will decide if rabbit becomes a regular on her menu. She's running a special of her rabbit madras, and she's recruited Tim to help serve up rabbit tandoori starters as well.
Are you going to look after me?
I am.
You're not going to be too harsh on me,
No,
are
I'm
you?
not. I'm not.
All right. How are
He
you?
takes up his station at the fiercely hot tandoor oven.
They're already cooking there. You can't be
Yeah, they look
scared
good,
of them.
they look
Yeah,
good. What are we going to do then?
Right. Some onions in there.
Onions?
Yes.
The first order's in, and it's a rabbit tandoori.
You want those on there?
Yeah. Just
Like
look
that?
presentable. Yes.
All right, all
That's
right.
it. Okay. Lembuano.
Well, I'll just stay here and wait for the next one, shall I?
Yes, Tim.
All right. That's the rabbit.
Tim,
Yes!
2 rabbit starter, 1 rabbit tomato.
the one for you?
Off you go. Woo! 1 rabbit curry.
Rabbit sounds good to me. Yeah, go for it. All right.
Will you? Yeah. Oh, well done.
Yeah?
Yes,
All right,
that's
take
a
some
good
rabbit
idea.
phone.
We have another takeaway here. 1 rabbit second.
ready, yeah?
Don't overcook the meat.
She says it's ready.
Ready?
You say it's not.
Okay,
To be
okay,
honest,
chef.
I'm more afraid of Helen than I am of you. Last one.
That's the end of the night, Tim. You can go home
I
now.
can go home now.
Yes. Yeah.
Excellent.
Tim's just about survived the heat of Helen's kitchen, But has his cooking curried favour with the customers?
Yeah, just tried it now. It's very, very nice.
Is it nice?
Very tasty.
Excellent, absolutely beautiful.
You're going to be doing this regularly, are you?
Well, we will put it on the menu, yes.
Yeah, no, it's
See how
fantastic.
it goes, yeah. You like it? Yeah. Okay.
Our local bunnies have found a new home on the menu of the Bridport Taj Mahal. And next time, Tim's challenge is to convert the ravers and clubbers of Exeter from burgers to bunnies in a bun.
It could all go horribly wrong, couldn't it, really?
Coming up, a very important plot of land outside Sheffield,
You're a landshare legend.
where I'm fixing the turkey my way.
We've nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
And I'll be recreating a childhood favourite, the Findus Crispy Pancake.
Almost brings a tear to my eye. I mean, I just think perfection. We all like to indulge in a little bit of nostalgia now and again, and when we do, there are few things more emotive or powerful than our early childhood memories of our favourite foods. And one of the things that always gets me feeling super sentimental is the pancake. There was Pancake Day, of course, with its sugar and lemon, but funnily enough, it isn't that that really gets me. I'm talking about the Findus Crispy Pancake. Ooh, can taste it now.
As a child growing up in the country, what I really fancied for lunch was a frozen, mass-produced, deep-fried pancake parcel filled with meat, cheese or fish in an oozing gloopy sauce.